Welcome back, guys. I am just finishing up morning chores in the barn. If this is your first time joining us, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the videos. I'm Taylor and I work on a dairy farm in Maine, and I just make videos about farm life, things we get up to, haying, fixing machinery, milking cows, fixing problems in the barn, anything you can think of that happens on a farm. So if you enjoy watching this kind of videos, we would love to have you subscribe. I am just finishing up feeding our only bottle baby right now. So this is Sadie. She is cut down right now to 1.5 bottles. This is her last half. The other one is completely weaned. She looks very shaggy because Sadie's favorite thing to do is to stand there and lap her all day long. That's Rosie over there eating grain. And Sadie will just stand there and lap Rosie all day long. I don't know how it doesn't drive her crazy, but she seems to like it. She falls asleep, but that's why her hair looks funny. If you've noticed, her hair is like all circular and just sticking up in weird ways. That's the reason. Sadie's a little bit of a lovebird. I'm glad we left them together. We thought about taking her over to the heifer barn with the others because she's honestly just as big as the others, even though she is younger. But I think Sadie would have done as well being alone. She seems to really enjoy having the company. I must apologize for my voice because I do have another cold. We're just finishing up in the barn. I gotta get the cows outside. Brent is in the milk room running the wash, and then he's gonna head over and start sharpening the mowing machine because today we are gonna be starting in on our second crop. I think this is the latest that we've ever done second crop, but we just have had a really, really terribly dry year. Things have just not turned out well. I know we're gonna get a lot less, but hopefully we do get enough to get us through the winter season without buying some feed. So I think we're gonna be working on this field out front today. We're gonna do the whole thing, which usually takes me 2.5 hours, I think. It's pretty big. There's a little bit of milkweed in it. Not terrible, but that's the only stuff that really liked dry weather. So it kind of started to grow when we had our really, really dry spell. So there's some patches of it. I don't know if you guys can see that one over there, and then there's one in the middle. But other than that, it does look pretty good, pretty clovery. So we'll see when we get out there, but I can't wait to get back on the International and start mowing again. I just let them out. Usually they'll leave on their own if I go in the milk room and come out a few minutes later. But there's some of them still hanging around. This one right here, Wendy, she tripped in a hole this morning on the way up and seems to have hurt her front foot just a little bit. But she's walking better than she was already when she came in this morning, so I think she's gonna be all right. Come on, Jules, get out. Come on, Jules, get out, honey. Good girl. I did want to see, instead of buying minerals, we decided to put out a protein tub, which has a lot of their minerals in it. We put that out last night. I want to go see if anybody's eating off that right now. Oh yeah, a whole bunch of them standing around it. So it's just a Crystalix tub. And the heifers really enjoy it, which is kind of not the point. They're not the ones who need to be lapping it, but the cows do push them away once they come back out. So they have 2 bales of hay on the pad, green feed, and then they have all the pasture that they want, 30 acres. There's not a lot, but it is growing back, so a lot of them spend their day out there, and then they'll come up later in the afternoon and eat off the pad, and then they'll go in the free stall and chillax for the rest of the day until milk time, which they've already made dirty, and we cleaned it 2 days ago, so we need to probably clean that again. I'm gonna go shut off the milk room, hoe out the barn, and then go see if Brent's done sharpening the mowing machine. We were gonna put new knives on it to start our second crop because usually we do, but this year the knives are in perfect condition still. We replaced one the other day because Brent hit a rock with it and bent it all up, so we replaced that one, and he's gonna go over and sharpen them with a grinder, and then I'll head out and start mowing. I've already eaten breakfast, got all the chores done in the barn, mostly, right? Mostly. Can't forget my coffee. My 3rd cup of the day, I think. I don't know, I kind of lost track. They came with cornmeal yesterday. It was the only day they could come this week, and we needed it before the weekend, so they didn't have enough room in the bin, so they put this pile out here on the ground. It's not going to rain, but we're going to have to use this up pretty quickly because even just sitting on the ground, it'll turn pretty quickly, so we'll go see if he's done. We would put it in the inside bin. I also have candy, by the way. He wants to put it in a pellet so that they can put it in the inside bin. That's another story. Alright, so we just fueled up the International. If you're new here, this is the 1066. It's the 1975 International, and my favorite tractor personally. And if you've ever wondered what a completely used up mowing machine on its last leg looks like, this is what it looks like. This is our K-brand FC302, and we are in the process of looking for another one. We've been bandaging this one up for the last 2 years, and I think if anything happens to it again, it's going to be catastrophic. It's probably going to be the end of it, so. Can't say it hasn't been a good machine. It's tough, and it does cut really, really well still, so you can't complain too much about. I don't even know how old it is now. 19, maybe? No, maybe. Yeah, I think it is. Maybe it's 21. I don't know. It's pretty old. I need to grab my hearing protection off the Massey, and we'll get going. This tire we thought was flat, but it's just sitting funny. We just checked the PSI in it, and it's fine, so. Sure if you guys can see it very well, but there's a lot of red clover in there that kind of started to die out when it got really dry, but it does look pretty good. It's not super tall, but it is pretty thick, and you can see now over there what I'm talking about the milkweed. You can see that lighter patch. That's just a little circle of milkweed. There's another one over there, so I think we're going to run into that on the edges and stuff, and kind of some of the higher places that would have got drier faster. I have to avoid this first area because there's a giant rock right there, and then I have to obviously go around the bales, but I don't think there's nothing here, but there is another rock. Probably, it might be right there. So I'm gonna start mowing up closer to those. I had this thing that one of you guys gave me that hangs onto the camera and just hangs off your neck. So I'm gonna see if that gets any good shots. I can't really tell. Oh, I shut it off. Well, we won't get any good shots that way, will we? There we go. No. The SD card is full naturally. Alright, so we're gonna go in first with the TA back the first time around, and then we'll put it ahead when we go around the rest. All right, guys, it is the next day. We have it all, well, almost all raked. Brent is out there raking right now. If this is any indication of how good our second crop is going to be, then it's not going to be much of a year because it was pretty thick in the middle. Thank goodness, because everywhere else it was just really, really bad. So I would say we're going to get about half of what we usually get off of this field. This isn't the best one that we have. We have a couple that are better than this one. They got more of a start before it started getting dry. Fingers crossed that the rest of the fields are a little bit better than this because there's just not a lot there. It's almost to the point where it's like, is it even worth mowing it? But even if we get 20 bales out of it, that's $1,000 worth of feed. And we obviously don't have that much into it. So it is what it is, I guess. You get the weather you get, and there's not much you can do about it. So here's to hoping the baler at least works well today, because that's what we're going to be doing. The International did good yesterday and then the mowing machine. Now, maybe, for some strange reason, that monitor is working today. I don't think that's going to be the case, but we shall see. Also, I have a cough drop in my mouth if I sound funny. I think you guys are probably right. I think the LCD display on it is probably on. Same old. Completely blank. And no matter what you do, you can't see anything. Like if you turn it sideways, if you shine a light on it, nothing. So we will be baling blind again today. Yay! Let the Massey run for a second. to stop because I thought I heard the monitor beeping like something was wrong, and it was. For some reason it didn't cut the net all the way, so I'm glad I stopped because we could have just ruined a whole bale like that. So I got my blades. I don't have a knife, I just have blades. So I did lock the door up, by the way. So I don't really know why it did that because it pretty much cut the whole thing. It just had a little bit that it didn't cut. So I think we're gonna get more out of this field than I thought too. Hopefully. There is a lot of chaff on that. So that could possibly be what's wrong. Sensor for that is right there, I believe. Looks like there's just a lot of chaff on the knife in general. And I cleaned this out the last time I used it, so this is just chaff from literally right now. Brent's gonna freak out when he sees me on top of the baler. He always does. He usually comes right over and he's like, "What's wrong?" Alright, so I finished baling, I don't know, like 10 minutes ago. It could have gone a lot better, and it honestly could have gone a lot worse. We got 25, I think, all together, so that's better than we thought we would get. And I don't know what I was thinking. I said $1,000 worth of feed. That would be $50 a bale, and second crop is a lot more expensive than $50 a bale. I think it's like $75 to $80 a bale, which is definitely worth it, even though usually we would get 40 to 45 bales off of this. A little bit of feed is better than nothing, so we're just taking what we can get. Thankful for what we got, I guess. But this is all first crop, what I'm sitting on here right now. And Brent just put those two right there. Those are second crop. I think I'm gonna go in the shop and grab a can of just some spray paint and just spray the outside of them with a 2, just so we know that those are second crop and these are first crop. This wrap is definitely a lot thicker than the wrap that we usually get. It's a lot cheaper, the stuff that we usually get, than this. The stuff we get is like $65 a roll, and the stuff that we got is usually $90-something a roll. But we got it for $62 because somebody had bought it and then given us a deal on it because they had it for a year. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's working great. We're on the first roll, obviously, but it seems to be doing a good job. You can just really tell the difference. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it from here, but it just bubbles a lot more, this stuff does. That's just a thicker plastic, I'd say. The wrapper is working good, even if the baler's not. It did not cut the net like 5 more times, so I don't know what's going on there, but...
while.
What?
He's been out there a while. You can tell he's paid by the hour. Slow and death on crutches.
He doesn't think I can put that roll of nut wrap on. We shall see. Whoops, I'll grab that later. Alright, so which way does that have to go?
I can't tell you which way. Yeah, that's right.
So pick it up, put it on like that?
Pull it out a little more. I want to make sure it's going the right. Yeah, that's the way it goes on, just like that. Don't drop it.
I won't.
Good job.
Told you. Alright, now
Over it, under and over.
under.
Over. Yeah. Over, under.
Like
Yep,
that?
yep.
While Brent finished up those last few bales that he had to wrap. And now I'm headed back because we did have a heifer calve and we need to get her in. She calved this afternoon. We saw her out in the pasture with her little belted baby. It looks like a heifer, but of course we won't know until we go get her. I'm already saying it's a her. I'm hoping it's a her, I don't know. But I'm not sure how she's gonna act because her mother is on the wild side. We have a lot of trouble getting her mother inside. So it's gonna be one thing milking her. I don't know how that's gonna go. But I'm sure having the calf for the last couple hours is probably gonna make the calf pretty crazy too. So she's probably gonna be difficult to catch, I think. But we'll see. I don't know if we're gonna take the truck or take the four-wheeler. Probably we're gonna take the truck out and see if we can wrangle us a calf. Field looks good. I said the field looks good.
What did we get out of that? 24?
25, 20, something like that. 24, 25. I don't have a bale counter anymore. This is my bale counter now.
The screen doesn't work?
No.
Yeah.
Not a thing. You're gonna have to call your computer whiz. Is that? She was right here earlier.
She was right there an hour ago. And now. I can see it.
Yep, she's right there. She's behind that tree. You think she's gonna be mean about it?
No.
Hello, Mom. Yeah, I got it. Not that wild. Stop, stop, stop. Stop. Hold on, hold on. Okay. You guys missed most of the show.
Huh?
I said you guys missed most of the show. It is a girl. Huh? It is the girl. So he's gonna head around and let the cows in the barn. I'm gonna stay here just so that heifer doesn't head back down to where she had the calf. Then I'll take you guys in and show you the calf once we get the mom inside. I think that's gonna be quite an ordeal. If you try to herd her in, she'll run out to pasture. So I think it's gonna take at least Brent and I to corral her. He's gonna have to stand in front of this opening because the gate is too heavy to swing over all the time. I suppose I can if she seems like she's gonna come out and we don't really want to chase her, but I don't know how this is gonna go. So hopefully I'll get back to you guys in a minute and we'll have her inside and I can show you the baby. It's kind of hot. There's one of our older heifers that's just starting to bag. And Wes, hello. I don't have any food for you, hon. You can go up though if you want. I'm not trying to stand in your way. Usually wouldn't let him walk right up to me, but there's a fence right behind me. I could duck under if I needed to. And it's electrified, so he probably wouldn't come after me. There's our cow that we want to get in right there. See the Jersey that's eating on this side of the feeder? Hi. This is what happens when you sit down anywhere near tie stall cows. Pretty soon you're surrounded by curious ones. Hello. Okay, so we got Mom inside and that didn't go too badly. She was all right. The worst part was getting her in a stall. We did make sure that she was next to her calf, which she didn't really care about. She wasn't super interested. You are a thin little thing, aren't you? Look how skinny you are. She did, excuse me, she did eat off of Mom. We saw her sucking on her this afternoon. So I'll try to give her a bottle tonight, but I highly doubt that she'll take it. We'll only take enough out of Mom to feed the baby for tonight, and then tomorrow morning we'll milk her out a little bit more. But I will have to get back to you guys on how that's gonna go, because I don't know, she strikes me as being a little bit wild, but that's her bag after baby's been sucking on her all afternoon. She definitely ate out of this hind quarter quite a lot. She does have a pretty nice bag, so I hope you guys enjoyed this very, very busy day, which is turning into a very busy night. I'm gonna have a cup of coffee before we start milking. Brent already has a couple numbers that he's gonna call on the baler between the screen, and I think the net rolling system is still messed up. It did really, really good up until the last couple bales, and then it did start shaking a little bit again. We called the guy that we got the baler from, the dealer that we got the baler from. He'd never heard of the wrap bobbing up and down like that, or that square piece that goes in and has the handle on it. He's never heard of that wearing out. So, like I said, we got some numbers for the computer that we're gonna call to see if we can get somebody to look at that. Maybe we can get a replacement one, and another number for somebody who's a real whiz with Vermeer balers. We've called him before in the past, and he actually told us what was wrong with it last time, and he was 100% right. So we're gonna give him a call and see if he knows maybe why the net wrap could be doing that. Yeah, like Brent said earlier, it's turning out to be the year of not like catastrophic breakdowns, but really, really frustrating ones. We can use the baler. It's just, it's hard. You're baling blind and you have to get off a lot to cut net. It's just not ideal. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, don't forget to like and comment down below. Keep it real, keep farming, and thanks so much for joining us. See you guys in the next video. Bye.